All right, let's dive into one of the most powerful and honestly game-changing technologies out there right now, artificial intelligence. It's so much more than just a buzzword. It's a force that is quietly, and sometimes not so quietly, redesigning pretty much everything about our world. You hear the term AI thrown around constantly, right? It's in the news, it's in movies, it's everywhere. But what are we actually talking about when we say that? Let's cut through all the noise and get to a really simple, clear answer. At its absolute core, it really is this simple. We're building machines that don't just follow orders, but can actually start to mimic human intelligence. It's all about giving them the ability to think, to reason, and maybe most importantly to learn, all by themselves.
And that right there is the huge difference. Think of a normal computer like a perfect, obedient robot. It does exactly what you tell it to do, every single time, no questions asked. But in AI, that's more like a detective. It looks at all the clues, finds patterns you'd never see, and then makes its own decisions based on what it's found.
And here's a fun fact for you. If you think this is all brand new, something that just popped up in the last few years, think again. The actual term artificial intelligence was coined all the way back in 1956. Yeah, this idea has been on people's minds for a long time.
Now this was a moment. 1997, when the chess computer Deep Blue beat the world champion, it wasn't just following rules. It was analyzing, it was strategizing, and it ultimately outthought one of the greatest human minds in the game. It was a huge wake-up call, a real signal of what was coming down the pike.
So you see, AI isn't some far-off, futuristic concept from a sci-fi movie. The real truth? It's already here. It's working quietly in the background of your life every single day.
And it's so woven into the fabric of our lives that most of the time we don't even notice it's there. It's like this invisible engine, humming away, powering so much of the technology you use from the moment you wake up.
Just think about your day for a second. When YouTube somehow knows the exact video you want to watch next, that's AI learning what you like. When Google Maps magically finds a new route to get you around a traffic jam that just happened, that's AI. Asking Siri or Alexa a question, getting product suggestions online, even just unlocking your phone with your face, it's all AI working for you.
Okay, so how on earth does a machine learn to do all of these incredible things? Well, the secret ingredient, the fuel for this entire revolution, really comes down to one thing: data. Just massive, unbelievable amounts of it.
This is where it gets really, really cool. It's a process, often called machine learning, and it's less about someone writing a bunch of code and more about being a good trainer.
It basically works in 3 steps. First, you feed the AI a colossal amount of information. Let's say thousands and thousands of pictures of cats and dogs. Next, the AI just studies them. It meticulously goes through every single one, finding all the tiny little patterns, the shape of the ears, the length of the snout, that make a cat and a dog. Finally, after all that training, you can show it a brand new picture it's never seen before, and it makes an educated guess that's a cat. It wasn't programmed to know, it learned to know.
And this is where it gets superhuman. You or I might need a whole lifetime to look at millions of pictures, and AI can process all of that data in a matter of seconds. The scale and the speed are just on a completely different level, and that's what makes it so powerful. So when you have this ability to learn at superhuman speed, AI stops being just about recommending videos. It starts tackling some of our planet's biggest, most complicated challenges.
And the impact is already staggering. In hospitals, AI is looking at medical scans and spotting diseases like cancer earlier and sometimes more accurately than a human doctor can. On our roads, it's the brain inside self-driving cars, making thousands of decisions a second. It's even creating personalized lesson plans for students and protecting our bank accounts by spotting fraud the instant it happens. But hold on, its power isn't just about analysis and logic. The new frontier, the thing that's really blowing people's minds, is that AI is pushing into territory we always thought was exclusively human: creativity.
I mean, this is the stuff that used to be pure science fiction. AIs can now create stunning photorealistic images from just a simple text description. They can compose brand new pieces of music, they can write essays, they could even write the very computer code that engineers use to build new software. It's making this incredible leap from being just a tool to being a creative partner.
So, after all that, what's the big takeaway here? What's the one thing you really need to remember about all this?
If you walk away with just one idea, let it be this: AI is all about creating technology that can learn, think,
and make decisions for itself. That ability to act on its own, that autonomy, that's the heart of it all.
And look, this isn't just hype. The expert consensus is pretty clear on this. They believe AI will be as fundamental and as world-changing as the internet was, or maybe even electricity. And we are right at the very beginning of that massive transformation.
Which leaves us with a truly massive question. We've seen it go from playing board games to creating art in just a couple of decades. As it keeps learning, as it keeps evolving at this incredible speed, the possibilities are, well, they're genuinely hard to even imagine. So you have to wonder, what will it create next?